We had half a day yesterday putting a bit of steelwork up. This part of it's yet to paint. There's another bay going here, and then we're gonna lean to it again. Bit of a strange one, but it's a shed of purpose, and I can't really explain, but it'll come apparent when we get it done. But we made a bit of a cock up. We're measuring either that distance or where we drill the holes. We got the holes bloody wrong, didn't we, at the top of the steels? I don't know, one of them measure twice, cut once, that type of thing, or measure twice, drill once sort of thing, you know what I mean? Anyway, not end it well. We just gas bottled new holes out, and yeah, it went up pretty good, to be honest. So, and yeah, this base went down. We're quite thick though. It's there's 60 ton of crushed stone went in. It's like, well, I presume like rubble and stuff. What's been through a crusher and sieved, and it's packing down really good, because we can't get the chalk like we used to. The quarry's basically exhausted, our local quarry. But yeah, it went. Yeah, what we've done is went up quite well. So I'd like, well, next week we'll get the other bit, and then we've got some roof sheets from another job where I'm gonna sort of use them up and then work out what I need to finish it off. And even if we don't get, it's for cattle, but even if we just get some machinery under it for now, for winter, you know. But yeah, we're going lean to again. Our Oliver turned up with this last night. It's come from a local sale. It's a Cavernland Tarrap 7520 round bale wrapper, obviously 750 film. Very, very tidy thing. Remote well, not remote control, joystick controlling cab. Very, very nice. Bit of an out of season thing, but anybody want a real tidy wrapper, gives you a shout. £3,400 I think he wants for it, and I think at that money it's very, very right, because he says it all works. There's no issues with it whatsoever. You know, everything seems to be in very, very straight order. It is very nice, isn't it? Yeah, this is the problem with our bloody pickup reel on Welga Baler. I don't know how it's been feeding. The cam there where the pickup reel bars go around, they should be like that. Anyway, that one's like that, and the other one, or another, has broke the little bearing off completely. So I don't know how it hasn't been locking up. It was a little bit noisy when I last used it, but we didn't expect that. So that's to sort. It's in a big job, but there's some. We're just awaiting some parts coming. Some barley here, what got put in here, just as a bit of a temporary job, and in harvest. And anyway, it's gone off. It's started to bloody grow, hasn't it? So we're gonna have to get dryer set up and run it through dryer and condition it. It's too damp to even go to mill it. I'm not, you know, I'm going to put it through dryer and condition it, because, well, before you know it, we'll want some bloody cows and calves in here, won't we? Had a bit of an interesting conversation about this Fever Chem GPS systems we run. Like, we run two of them now. We've got one on the sprayer, and one what our Oliver uses for drilling, and we can take this system out of this tractor into the big girl, and it takes Oliver, I don't know, 15 minutes to sort of take the dome off the top, clip it on the top of that one, unscrew the steering wheel, and put it on that one. Obviously take the box, all the wiring looms on that tractor, and it takes him about quarter of an hour. But anyway, I've just had a conversation with Steve from GPS and Guidance Solutions, and they're doing a November special for Dove Farms viewers. So if you are interested, and to be honest, they aren't a lot of money to start with. So and he's knocking £2 off them, and it's bargain price, I'll tell you. He's told me what I know, you know, it's not to do with me. I aren't mentioning prices on here, but they're knocking £2,000 off the asking price. But yeah, we like the systems. As I say, we've got two, and for our ollie drilling, it's marvellous. And we're going to link both systems together from spring. We're going to map all our fields, so anything we drill, this system tells the one on the sprayer where the tram lines are, and I just click the auto steer button, and the sprayer knows, it drives exactly where our ollies put the tram lines, which is pretty good, isn't it? So yeah, if you are interested, I'll tell you, it's a hell of a deal he's giving you. Like you know, well, we're sponsored a little bit by Srivacam, but to be fair, it's my motto that I won't tell. If it was crap, I won't tell you. I won't tell you any different. You know, but it ain't crap, it's good stuff. I mean, we've got a Trimble as well, and it's as good as the Trimble. Yeah, I'll put his number, Steve from GPS and Guidance Solutions. Yeah, deal of the century, £2 off, I'll tell you. Got this for sale as well, a bit different. It's a forwarding trailer. Come from work, and now it's just brought 200 ton of timber out of a wood. It's belongs to a mate of mine, a local fencing, well, Sharpie, who did our fence in summer, if you remember. It's him, he does a lot of tree work as well. Anyway, he's decided he wanted a better forwarding trailer, so he sold me his old one. And yeah, as I said, it's come from work. Got fair grab on it with rotator. It's a very strong crane, and well, it is what it is. Just plug it straight into your tractor hydraulics, climb up there, and away you go. Load your seine up with wood. £5. If anybody wants it, £5. Rightly or wrongly, Ollie's bought himself a taty harvester, and well, we're on about growing a few taties. Got an agreement with a local firm to grow some taties for him, and we're like the contractor what does the job. And not massive acreage, just small to start with, and then we've said to him, if we like it, we'll double up for next year. But he came across this taty harvester. It's a Grimmy GZ 1700 wheel drive multi-sep, which is in very, very good order, is the multi-sep part of it. All the webs are good. As I say, wheel drive. The only downfall is, it really does let it down, it's the single web. You know, I ain't got the digger web in here, which for heavy land, which we aren't growing on heavy land this time, but for heavy land, it just busts that soil up, so the rest of the machine works a lot better. But Christ, it was an insult what our ollie get for this. It really was. But who wants taty harvester of this calibre? You know, it's quite an age, but it's been well looked after. Yeah, and it was an absolute bloody insult. I ain't going to tell you what I paid for it, or he paid for it, but it was very, very cheap. And if we don't like taties, I might want to sell you it. But yeah, give him a go. Gower Oliver, he's only having 25 acre on a contract basis, and like I said, we'll maybe double up. I don't want to become a big grower, we don't want to become a big grower, but there's not a lot in growing cereals at the minute, is there? You either, and why is I've always wondered, why is taty growing become, in such big hands where, you know, the small man can't compete. It's just like a little bit bizarre to me. But anyway, I know agriculture is going that way. You either have to be in it or out of it, you know, go big or go home. But I don't know, is it having a bit of a full circle where people are getting into a little bit of fodder beet, a little bit of sugar beet, a few taties, you know? Time will tell, won't it? Something has to change in agriculture, unless there won't be an industry left. Yeah, quite excited, because we used to grow about 50 acre years ago. Well, no, to be honest, the back end of our taty growing days, we grew on a contract. And it worked very well, but it was one of them years where open market taties were next to now. And they were finding everything wrong with these this contract taties, and there was nothing wrong with them. And this might happen again. And our says, oh, bollocks to this. But all our gear was knackered as well. Only thing what was good at taty gear was the grader. The odd harvester we had was an odd Pearson Enterprise, and it was about knackered. Yeah. Anyway, he's got that, and he's also got this big bed tiller. It's set up for inter-row at the minute. Anybody want any fodder beet? Give us a shout. It's beautiful stuff and all. There's 2 load going next week, but job's very, very steady. I don't know. But this mild weather, it must be like 15 degrees today. And a lot of cattle and sheep are out to grass, aren't there? There's still grass growing, but yeah, he's bought this bed tiller. And it's rigged up for beds at the minute, but we're going to take that back hood off and rig it up. So basically it's one pass, put it on a big tractor with GPS. All these have to go in, because it's, like I said, it's rigged up to inter-row at the minute. So all these will go in, so it's got full bed of cultivation. And we'll go in onto dragged land, you know, loosely sort of dragged to subsoil land, and one pass with big tractor and GPS, and put his beds in to plant to. That's the idea. So I'll keep price down. But growing taties, bloody hell, it's an expensive job. Price of seed, price of fur, price of nemathorin for sprang, all sorts, blight spray, desiccating the bloody things, working the land, everything's very expensive. So you just don't want a bloody disaster, because we'll have, I don't know, we're only having 25 acre, but it'd be a big chunk of investment before we see any money. That was a nice little Pottinger mower here, 2.65 metre. Runs like a sewing machine. If anybody wants a tidy little mower. Only thing is, the bloody stand's missing off it, which lets it down. So it's propped up on them bloody stones. God, we've got some junk, haven't we? We need to sort out, really. There's all sorts of stuff bloody abandoned around here. Taty topper. Don't know whether to keep it or not, to be honest, but it's a PTO driven one from back of your tractor, so you don't need a front PTO. So it's PTO driven, and then your taty harvester goes on there, if you know what I mean. So you're driving this from the back PTO and your taty harvester. Box rotator, bed tiller, Cousins furrow press for a 5 furrow, numerous cattle crushes, straw woofler, little taty spinner, Dunn sucker blower. What else we got? Little rotivator, rotor spike, spares and repairs. We don't know the history of that. It looks a bit like it might need a bearing at yon end, and it's a bit thin on hood, but what else? Superflow with low draft legs and subsoiler legs in. Big McConnell shea creator. Toying with idea of keeping that, actually. Don't know. It can go, but just fancy a little seed applicator on top of there for drilling rape and cover crops and stuff like that. Just one pass, go blitz it. That's our straw woofler. that irrigation pump's our replacement. New mower, good decision. Yeah, it's just nice to let one of them go mowing grass with no worry of breaking, because we've had some good mowers, but bloody hell, we've had some bad mowers, and all the good ones I used to sell, and then we used to end up with bloody junk. And the last Lely mower was very, very good to us, though, to be fair, but we just decided to treat ourselves. But it was a massive chunk of money for what it is. But I'm afraid that's the name of the game at the moment, isn't it? Stuff is very expensive. In fact, it's too expensive. It don't really add up, does it? Right, on that note, I'm going in, I think. Go do some paperwork and watch a bit of telly. If you like this channel, give us a like and a subscribe. And we do either 2 or 3 a week of a rough hard farm in East Yorkshire. Bye for now.